Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So you know what time it is. It's the week of reveal season, last weekend of the season. We're gonna get new cards on Wednesday, which means that nobody wants to play anymore because everybody just wants to play with the new cards already, right? So for today's video, I'm gonna bring you guys something more fun, and we're gonna do something for tomorrow's video. And I wanted to revisit this concept that kind of came around back in January this year and hasn't been seen around since then. And this is gonna be a mono Shurima Rek'Sai deck. You heard that right. Mono Shurima Rek'Sai. So the whole idea with this deck is that we're using the tools from Shurima to just turbo level Rek'Sai on turn 4, 5, or even 6 sometimes. And just put so much pressure on the opponent. Because remember, when Rek'Sai levels up, she's an overwhelm unit, right? So she puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. So you have a really big overwhelm unit that can attack with a lot of damage and just put so much pressure on the opponent cannot do anything about it and just ends up losing the game. Because you're able to attack multiple times with Rek'Sai. Obviously, you attack again on the next turn. You're able to generate blockers with the Rek'Sai level up. It's just a crazy combo. So you'll see in some of the games coming up today. I really cannot break it down enough until you actually see the deck in action. However, let me quickly try to break it down with how this deck list looks like. Now, the reason that we're mono Shurima is because of Sundays. So Sundays says that when you have 40 Shurima cards, it auto summons into your board. Which this means is that on turn 1, you're going to get a Sundays on your field, which right away enables your Shapestone. And also will enable your Unleash Energy. Unleash Energy is one of the key cards with this deck because it gives Rek'Sai plus 4 attack. You can destroy your Sundays, give Rek'Sai plus 4, and usually that's enough to level up Rek'Sai for the most part. Okay. I say that's enough, but you usually need to have at least either, you have to at least have a Shapestone, or you have to at least have Ruthless Predator, or have hit a couple lurks already, right? Because Rek'Sai will be at 3, Unleash Energy plus 4 makes it 7, Rek'Sai ability puts it to 8, so you need to find that two more damage, which usually can come from the Shapestone, can come from the Obelisk of Power, can come from any one of your other combos, or it can come from the Golden Ambassador, right? So the idea with this deck is that you're able to just summon a Rek'Sai and level her up really quickly on turns 4, 5, or 6, because you're able to combo out with Obelisk of Power together with Unleash Energy. That's enough to level up Rek'Sai by itself. Sundays, Unleash Energy plus Shapestone can level up the Rek'Sai. Your Shapestone is always going to be activated because of Sundays. Ruthless Predator can give Rek'Sai plus 2. So again, combined with Unleash Energy, that's also enough to level up Rek'Sai. If you have a Golden Ambassador, your Rek'Sai comes down as a 5/8, right? So then all you need is a single Unleash Energy to be able to level up that Rek'Sai. And like that, and so on and so forth, right? So this deck is playing less for the lurk win condition and more for just the Rek'Sai overwhelm. If you hit the lurk, it's nice, right? But if you don't hit the lurk, it's whatever. The good thing is that most of the good lurk cards, the ones that have overwhelm, are all in Shurima. So even though you're not playing Bilgewater, you don't get to miss out on the fact that you have 2 units here that have overwhelm. So even if Rek'Sai is not enough to finish up the game, these units can start slowly finishing up the game later into the game because you start adding up all the Rek'Sai triggers. We're able to guarantee that we almost draw Rek'Sai by playing triple Golden Ambassador, obviously triple Rek'Sai, triple Chronomancer, and double Feral Prescience. I was on 3 of it, but then I switched it down to 2 so that we could play Obelisk of Power. With all these predicts, we're able to almost get a Rek'Sai or even predict into the Golden Ambassador. Or obviously the Search That Color is also a predict card that helps us there. And kind of just go from there. Again, it's just a pure combo deck. Just level up Rek'Sai and you win the game. I did a horrible job explaining the deck here. You have to kind of just see it to believe it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the games coming up soon. And as always, if you like the content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post our videos every single day. I'll see you all at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. Here is gonna be Push B again, and this time he's gonna be playing Zilean Ekko when he should be getting ready for the season. Now we have the Rek'Sai, we have the Ruthless Predator. Our hand is looking really, really good. We just need a couple more things. Oh, wow. We even hit the hatching in turn 1. That's actually really good. Hatching in turn 1 is really good because we could potentially hit the lurk right here, right? And if we hit the lurk right here, our Rex is going to be even closer to actually being able to level up. Oh, my goodness. We get the Obelisk of Power. I think I'm actually going to wait for the Golden Ambassador, though. So I'm going to wait for the Golden Ambassador to get a bigger Rek'Sai in our hand. Yeah, we missed the lurk. That sucks. We missed the lurk, so yeah, we're definitely gonna just wait for the Golden Ambassador. So I think we're gonna wait for the Golden Ambassador turn for us to guarantee that we level up the Rek'Sai. We can open attack here, potentially try to hit the lurk again. If we don't hit it, that's okay. Do we ever do the Obelisk of Power? I don't hate it. This is countdown 3, so if we do it now, it'd be countdown 2, countdown 1 when we actually play the Golden Ambassador. No, I don't like it. If anything, I think we need to save it for when we play our Rek'Sai, right? To guarantee that the Rek'Sai can level up, right? Especially that we have Unleashed Energy. So we just go like this, I think. If we just go like this, we don't hit the lurk again, that's okay. That, like, missing the lurk sucks, but it's not the end of the world because we're gonna have a really big Rek'Sai here shortly. So our Rek'Sai, so again, the whole goal with this deck is that we're gonna turbo level Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is gonna come in already as a 5/5. When we get the next Rek'Sai from the Ambassador, we can get it to be at 7. Don't think it's worth it to block with the Hatchling though, like ever. Because the Hatchling is presenting fearsome damage. So the Hatchling can do some damage. Quicksand wouldn't be enough. Quicksand isn't even enough to stop the Rek'Sai from leveling up next turn. Because we also guarantee the lurk. Actually, we don't guarantee the lurk because we don't have any other lurk cards in our hand. So even though we're going to have to call the pack, it's not going to be enough to actually guarantee the lurk. Unless we draw another lurk card on the next turn, right? I'm going to pass right now. Just in case that the opponent has another Predict in their hand, so that they don't get the leveled up Ekko. Right? They're going to level him up afterwards right now anyways, but if they have, for example, Scrying Sands, they could have leveled up Ekko on the attack. And then being able to finish the game like that. Now, they do get the Chrono Break, which is kind of annoying. I don't think we ever have enough to actually... Can we kill them in a single turn? Let's think about this. We always have to do Rek'Sai. I don't think we ever kill them in a single turn. Because we don't have enough to do the Obelisk plus Unleash plus Ruthless Predator. Oh wait, he just tapped out of the opponent just tapped out of being able to do the Chrono Break, right? So we can just do double Unleash, double Predator instead. So we can double Predator to level up the Rek'Sai and kill both Ekko and the Boost of the Risen. And I think that's actually always correct. Right? So we go like this. We go here. We go here, here. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. 3 sets. I don't think it's right to commit the Shapestone just yet. I don't think it's correct to commit the Shapestone just yet. But this kills both of his big units that I care about. So I don't want to commit the Shapestone in case that I get a 1-drop, and there we go, we get the 1-drop with the Sharkling, because the Shapestone is not presenting lethal, right? I feel like at this stage I want blockers. So we're able to kill both the Ekko and the Voice of the Risen. Opponent doesn't have mana for Chrono Break right now, so he cannot revive them, which is the big deal now, because opponent will not be able to present lethal next turn no matter what they do. Now, the only downside here is that my units do die to that Headside Crystal, right? Opponent just sure that I didn't get the Headside Crystal, so we go ahead and do the Sharkling now, because I don't have to worry about Headside Crystal. I guess we do have to be concerned about a couple things, though. Right? A Chrono Break here could be annoying. Like, double Chrono Break could be pretty annoying. That's not enough to really punish me. That's not enough to punish me. I think Rek'Sai... I guess Rek'Sai loses to... You know what the Rek'Sai loses to? Rek'Sai actually loses to... Rek'Sai will actually lose to a Quicksand. So maybe we commit on getting this one with the spell shield so he can play around the Quicksand. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I think I pass. Quicksand is such a punish. Is there any way for me to ever get this big enough to play around Quicksand? It will have to be... The problem is that the Obelisk always goes on the Rek'Sai. Right? So the Obelisk always goes on the Rek'Sai, so we're always losing to... The Obelisk always goes on the Rek'Sai. Not anymore, right? Not anymore? Not anymore? Now we have lethal. Opponent will have to have double Quicksand. Opponent will have to have double Quicksand, right? Because this is always gonna go. This is gonna. Opponent's gonna have to have double Quicksand, right? If the opponent has double Quicksand, I think we always lose. So now that we were able to draw that Ruthless Predator, we never lose to the... It has to be exactly double Quicksand. Opponent has 6 cards and has the mana for it. If they have it, they have it. We still threaten Errata Negation. Opponent knows that if we attack with Rek'Sai, this is all going to be lethal because this is going to go up enough, right? And it's going to have the spell shield. Wait, this also has Fearsome, so we don't even need to pull, to be honest. So we don't even need to pull because this has Fearsome. So actually, maybe the open attack was better. We do the Lurk. No. Well, yeah, instead of the Obelisk, we could have done the Lurk. Do they actually have it? So let's say that he has access to... Let's say that he has access to Quicksand, right? I think I have to go for it. If they have access to Quicksand, then they have it, right? I think it's better to keep the Unleashed Energy. Okay. You still lose to the Unleashed Energy because it's a burst piece. So even if he's able to buff the Zilean enough, because the Overwhelm here, so he needs to have Quicksand to be able to stop the Rek'Sai, and that's not gonna be enough. He does have Quicksand. Do you have the second Quicksand? It needs to be exactly Quicksand, nothing else, right? Because the Absolver is not enough. Absolver only takes it to 7. It could be a second Absolver as well. Ah, there we go. Okay. We have to think about it. But I think that was the best play that we could have done. I think... Oh, sorry about that. My phone just dropped on the floor. I think the Unleashed Energy was always correct, right? Instead of trying to go for the Lurk. Because the Lurk is quite a bit less damage. Because the opponent always seems to have at least one Quicksand to survive anyways, right? So I think the Unleashed Energy and just focusing on a single unit was the best that we could have done there. Whew, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Thralls. Okay, so Thralls. I think we can go pretty fast compared to what Thralls can do. Unfortunately, I mean, the Unleashed Energy is really good, but I feel like I need to be able to draw that Rek'Sai, right? Or the Golden Ambassador. I need to harm Morgan for Rek'Sai Golden Ambassador. We don't get either, which is really bad, right? So you want to always get your Rek'Sai or your Golden Ambassador. Okay, we get the Rek'Sai, and we have the Unleashed Energy plus the Ruthless Predator. Now, the only problem here is going to be the opponent has access to the freeze, right? However, even with the freeze, we're still able to summon the Rek'Sai ahead of time and kind of be able to do it that way. Gonna go for the Lysandra. Do we have enough? With the Obelisk of Power, we should, right? So Rek'Sai is 3. Obelisk of Power puts it to 5. And when we do Unleash Energy, it should be enough. Opponent's gonna have to freeze right now. We can also do the Feral Prescience for our Predict. Opponent should freeze this right now. Oh, I guess actually they could wait. They could wait for the Obelisk and then freeze. Right? So they could wait for the Obelisk and then freeze. Which means that then we lose our Rek'Sai. Right? So if they know the combo, they will have to freeze right now. Because otherwise, the Obelisk, then we can do Unleash Energy at burst speed and be able to level up Rek'Sai on a single shot. So if he has it, he has to do it right now. Because this is leveling up Rek'Sai already, just because of the Unleash Energy. On the Obelisk of Power. He could be playing for Sands of Times, and Sands of Times will be enough. Is that enough, actually? It's not enough. We still level up Rek'Sai. This is actually nuts. We're still gonna level up Rek'Sai. This is actually kind of nuts. Wow. Yeah, this is still leveling up Rek'Sai, by the way. Let's do the Feral Prescience, see if we can get a Lurk card in the top. We get Call the Pack, really nice. So we get to hit the Lurk, hit the Rek'Sai skill, Rek'Sai already levels up, and this is already pushing at 12 attack overwhelm on turn 4. This is a 12 attack overwhelm on turn 4. An opponent decided to use the Sands of Time on this landmark instead of this one, which means that they don't even get the Thrall next turn. So they don't even get the Thrall next turn, and we're really pushing 10 damage. This is actually kind of nuts, right? We get another Call the Pack on the top of our deck, so we're going to have a lot of Lurk units now. And we have Rek'Sai. This is going to be able to buff up all our Lurks every single time. We're able to do Hammers now to be able to pull away the Thrall if the opponent summons the Thrall right now. So let's say that the opponent has the Thrall right now. Well, that's okay. That's a little bit more annoying, right? That's a little bit more annoying because now the opponent can just go ahead and summon 2 Thralls right off the bat. I wonder if I'm supposed to... Let's do Cersei Collar first. Are we ever gonna get there enough for this to go for Overwhelm? Or do we just go the Doombreaker? Let's go the Doombreaker. I think at this point I'm just trying to go really wide. Because what I can do is just pull the Inquisitor with my Rek'Sai, right? So I don't have to really worry about like anything. Sands of Times could be a problem. What it has 6 mana. What are we scared of with 6 mana? Why would we not summon this? I think we always go wide, right? Ravine doesn't matter. I mean, Blighted Ravine or Avalanche don't matter because we have this. Yeah. So this is always going to be lethal now, right? Opponent just stepped out of the freeze, right? Opponent just stepped out of the freeze. Unfortunately, we cannot summon this guy. We can go like this. Just pull here. And this should be lethal. We even have the Ruthless Predator to do the last 2 damage. Opponent tapped out of any freeze, so he's not able to kill this Rek'Sai. This is 7 alone right here, and we're wide enough on the rest, and there you go. Just casually level up Rek'Sai on turn 4 to win the game. And this is the combo with this deck, right? This is the combo with this deck. I guess the punish there would have been Lysandra instead of the Ravine. Lysandra would have been a little bit annoying because of the tough. But Lysandra also would have tapped in out of a freeze, right? So I still think we're able to push... And we can always pull Lysandra with the Ruthless Predator, right? To be able to kill her first. So I think we're always able to win, have lethal there no matter what. So GG's. Here we'll be up against Aphelios Viktor. The problem with this deck that I'm going to have is that the opponent will be able to have a lot of... Oh man, the opponent's going to have a lot of early units that I cannot necessarily block, right? I think the Cersei Collar plus Rek'Sai in our hand is really good. Rider Negation is really bad. Okay, well, that doesn't look good, right? I'm mulliganing everything away trying to find the cards that I need to be able to level up Rek'Sai. Unfortunately, we ended up drawing 2 Rider Negations instead of running out Shapestones or stuff like that, which tends to be pretty bad for us. Now, opponent ended up open attacking here, which is really good for us. Because if opponent did the Boomba Boom, we would have been completely not able to do anything. So it ends up being better that they ended up going like this. right? Instead of doing anything else. The problem here is going to be the Chumpers, right? The Chumpers ends up being really annoying for us. Opponent always blocks here with the Boom Baboon. But we have a leveled up Rek'Sai on on the next turn, right? So this is 3, 5, 6. We're gonna go ahead and do the Ambassador because opponent's always gonna pull it with the Chumpers anyways. I don't care, go ahead. Rek'Sai's gonna level up because we can guarantee that we hit the lurk. The problem is that I don't think that's gonna be enough. I think we always just lose because the opponent's just so much wider than us, right? Now, he's gonna have Wind and Light on turn 6, which is gonna be really unfortunate for us. We can guarantee that we level up Rek'Sai by sending the Call the Pack on the Rek'Sai first. Okay, so opponent just tapped out of Wind and Light, right? So opponent just tapped out of the Wind and Light. So we can go here, see if we get a 1-drop. We do get a 1-drop, and so we need to be able to do the Ruthless Predator, right? So we know this is gonna go all the way up to 5. So we know here we have to do the Ruthless Predator to guarantee that we level up the Rek'Sai. We don't care if our Rek'Sai dies, right? Because we just summon another Rek'Sai. But if opponent has Aphelios, then we lose to the Overwhelm. So I think we just go for the damage, right? I think we just go here. This guarantees the level up, and we keep the blockers, right? We have Rider Negations for the burn. We just don't want to deal with the Elusive right now. We could kill the Vi, but I'm not scared of the Vi, because the Vi is not leveled up. So her being leveled up doesn't matter, because all she can do next turn is kill our Rek'Sai. We push 9 damage here. We have a leveled up Rek'Sai, 3, 6, 7, 8, that we're going to draw next turn. Opponent has to deal with this Rek'Sai right now. And we have more units that we can punish him with. We have Rider Negation, we have blockers for everything. We have blockers for everything here, right? But it's gonna have to kill the Rek'Sai, otherwise they lose. We have Rider Negation for everything else that they do. Do we even care about him killing this? Because we can just summon another unit, right? Like, we're able to just summon another blocker right here. So, like, you're never gonna have enough to actually kill us. And we have Rider Negation. As long as we have Rider Negation for the... Yeah, he always has to kill the Rek'Sai, right? As long as we have Rider Negation for the burn, we're okay. Honestly, okay, so we are able to pull the Dustbringer. So we're able to do the Rek'Sai. Have the hammers now to put in the Dustbringer. I guess it could be Double Get Excited, right? Double Get Excited could be a problem. If it's Double Get Excited, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Okay, that taps you gotta get excited. Okay, so I think we just win. I think we just win now. Because we go here. This goes up to 10. It's gonna go up to 11. I guess we're gonna be 1. No, we're gonna be 1 off. We're gonna be 1 off unless we hit the lurk here. And we hit it. So now we have exact lethal. This is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna go up to 12. That's gonna be exact lethal, and we have the Rider Negation to finish this up, to stop any lethal matters. Any lethal damage. So there we go. Woo! We got there. We got there. We got there. The double Rider Negation ended up actually coming in clutch, although only one of them was really needed. And there we go. Woo! That Pharaoh Prescience can be clutch, right? Because we didn't have that one piece of damage that we needed, so we ended up hitting the lurk. So GG's. Bard Illaoi. Bard Illaoi. My problem with Bard Illaoi is that he actually is going to have a lot of good blockers. Usually, we don't have to worry about like the opponent's blockers. But this is the one that can actually get a lot of good blockers. Honestly, like this hand right here, Unleash Energy plus Obelisk, is usually the way that you win and level up Rek'Sai. Do we ever risk Do we risk it? I think we risk it. I think we have the combo in our hand that I'm willing to risk us like playing for the Rek'Sai level up even though we don't have her in our hand. Shine on turn 1. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, game. We have the Pharaoh pre-science, so maybe we hit the Rek'Sai here. Okay, we get the Golden Ambassador, so even if we don't hit the Rek'Sai, we're in a good spot. Let's go ahead and actually do the lurk. And let's keep more units in our hand, just in case that we need to defend against the opponent's attack, right? So we're able to hit the lurk here in turn 1. We have the Golden Ambassador. So opponent hasn't played whatever card got the shine on it. A little bit unfortunate. We have Shapestone, so we can play around like Tentacle Smash. Opponent plays the Seas Boys. We probably need to Shapestone that Seas Boys, to be honest. We probably need to Shapestone this girl. As much as I don't like it, we need to Shapestone. Because that overwhelm is gonna add up really quickly if we're not careful. I'm willing to open, but I guess the open really always loses here anyways. Not unless we get a Rek'Sai on top, right? If we get a Rek'Sai on top, we're able to play around it. Does this ever actually matter? I think it does. I know he can just block with the tentacle. And I think I'm okay with that, to be honest. I think I'm okay with him blocking with the tentacle. We do the Golden Ambassador here, and we'll have a Rek'Sai. Oh wow, he actually had to sacrifice one of his units. And now next time we're gonna be able to level up Rek'Sai, right? We're gonna be able to level up Rek'Sai. Tentacle Smash is not enough unless the opponent has another way to summon more tentacles right now. Then that's when Tentacle Smash gets a little bit risky. We have blockers for everything. Shakedown. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay taking 7. I think it's a very low value attack by the opponent. I think that's a low value attack by the opponent. Get a second Rek'Sai, which is the same as Call the Pack. It said that we don't have anything to actually... I think we want to keep the second Rek'Sai. I think we want to keep the second Rek'Sai just in case. Because she also gives us access to Call the Pack anyways, right? So it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is what I'm scared about here now, right? So the second Rek'Sai means that even if the opponent has Tentacle Smash, we're still in a decent spot, right? But if he has Tentacle Smash, we never have... Actually, we do have enough, right? Because we can destroy the Sundus. So let's say that he has Tentacle Smash right here. There we go. We're able to summon the second Rek'Sai and be able to level up because of the Unleashed Energy anyways, right? Because the Unleashed Energy gives her 4, and we guarantee with the Rek'Sai trigger that we'll get to the 5. And here we go. We do lose the Rek'Sai, and we just lost another one. We hit the lurk, fortunately for us, but we get to kind of refill our hand again. The Rek'Sai here is gonna die, but while she dies, she's also getting rid of his tentacle while also still pushing 11 damage, right? So even though we lose the Rek'Sai, we're still pushing 11 damage. Opponent has a 2 attack unit. That's not gonna be a lot. And we have Overwhelms to finish it off next turn. So we have the Overwhelm to finish it up next turn. So how does the opponent beat us here now? Bard doesn't matter. I guess opponent could have a second... Opponent could have a second higher gun, and that could be a problem. We can go like this. Opponent cannot even attack now. Again, still cannot attack, and then next turn, we can just summon another Overwhelm and go from there. Tentacle Smash is not enough. Oh, yeah, we can just summon the second Overwhelm, right? We have 2 options here. Second Overwhelm or Joltfish. And I think it has to be the second Overwhelm, just because the Joltfish gets punished. And we get the Doomkeeper again. Opponent doesn't even have any good blockers here. I mean, he goes 4, and that's actually exactly... well, I guess he lives on 2. He lives on 2. We can Joltfish if the opponent doesn't open attack. If the opponent open attack is a problem. If he doesn't, Joltfish could punish them. It's a lot of... That's a lot of them, though. He needs to open. Okay. If they don't open, we have the Joltfish in the back of our hands to be able to finish it. But if they open, they're actually not presenting lethal anyway. So if they open, we just win next turn. So GG's. So here we're going to be going up against Riven Fizz, which they're trying to race us at the same time that we're trying to race them. And why are we playing against Pushpi? He's supposed to be playing for the seasonal, which is happening in like an hour. And he's playing us right now. Oh my goodness. I wonder if he's actually planning to bring Riven Fizz to the seasonal then, if he's playing right now. Let's keep like this. Let's see if we can draw the Rek'Sai, right? So the idea with this deck is that we want to be able to get Rek'Sai. Really cool. Yeah, there we go. We get the Rek'Sai. That's pretty nice. Now we need to be able to get the buffs for Rek'Sai, right? To actually get there. Now he's going to try to race us down, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate here. Our Rek'Sai is going to be a little behind. Okay, we have the Ruthless Predator. We need to find a way to be able to actually get this Rek'Sai hired up, right? That's a good way to do it. I think it's just Shapestone though, right? I think we Shapestone, because the Shapestone is going to be force 4. So all we need to do is just hit the Lurk at least once, and we should be okay to level up Rek'Sai next turn. So we're going to be leveling up Rek'Sai in turn 5 here. And call it a day. Let's do the Cersei collar. We can play the Cersei collar next turn, and that should be fine. I wonder if he decides to block. If he decides to block, do I ever do the Shapestone? Do I ever do the Shapestone and delay my Rek'Sai level up if the opponent decides to block right here? I think we do. I think killing the Riven is too crucial, right? It's gonna slow them down a lot because it means that they don't get their stuff, right? So he doesn't get his blades, which I think is gonna slow him down enough, which I think is always gonna be worth it. Because I feel like this game might go a little bit longer than I would like. It does mean that we slow down our Rek'Sai, because even with the Ruthless Predator, our Rek'Sai only goes up to 6. I guess 7 with the Rek'Sai attack, so... Should we actually just go ahead and do this next turn then? Maybe we do this next turn, so that we can predict into something, right? Maybe we don't need to. We can go ahead and do it like this. This is gonna be enough. Ah, but I will have to hit the Lurk. I will have to hit the Lurk for that to be enough. No, it's yeah, it is. It needs to be exactly Lurk. This will put me at 8. I will have to hit the Lurk. And there's too much of a chance that I don't hit it. So I think I'm gonna play safe. Wow. Should I just go for it though? I'm gonna just go for it. If I hit it, I just win the game. Opponent could have Papercraft right here, and if they have Papercraft, they win the game, right? Okay, well, I guess now we just kill the Fizz, right? So now we just go ahead and kill the Fizz and let this Rek'Sai just go away then. No reason to do anything else. Opponent doesn't have enough to actually stun us. We won't be able to level up the Rek'Sai. Okay, we will have missed the Lurk anyways. Okay, so we will have missed the Lurk anyway, so I'm glad I didn't go for it. We kill the Fizz, slows him down a little bit because now he has to replay Papercraft, right? He doesn't have enough mana for the stun, so he has no way to save the Fizz. It kind of sucks, but I mean, we're still pushing 8 damage here. Even if opponent blocks, we still push 4. So opponent goes down to 14, and then we can start working on the Under Titan, which can get buffed up. We will have to get another Rek'Sai though, which is what sucks. Now this Rek'Sai goes back to our deck, so there's a good chance that we can draw another Rek'Sai. We also have triple Golden Ambassador, which would be the ideal card for us to get. We don't get the Golden Ambassador. Opponent obviously gets the second Fizz, so now he actually just wins the game then. Because now the opponent just needs to put Papercraft Dragon, and then just do Elixir of Wrath, and they win the game, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's literally nothing we can do about it. Yeah, there it is. That's 14. Needs a Poke Stick or anything else and they win the game. Needs a second Elixir Wrath. Okay. I guess we get to live for one more turn. We get to live for one turn. And we have Radiant Negation for the Poké Stick. I think it's always Obelisk, right? It has to be the Obelisk because it gives us the more power. Obelisk puts this even higher up because this is going to get destroyed. We have enough mana to do all our cards in our hand. So we can Unleash Energy the Obelisk. Well, if the opponent gets the a high health unit, that's going to be kind of annoying though, right? We can Unleash Energy the Obelisk. That will give this an additional 6 attack. That will take it up to 12. The Shapestone will be 14. If he gets the Lifesteal unit, I'm kind of sad, right? Swirl Squirrel. Is it still enough, though? I think it is. I still think it's enough, especially if we hit... If we hit the Lurk... Okay, we didn't hit the Lurk, but we still get the Overwhelm here, right? This is only pushing 7. It's not enough, huh? Well, literally we needed to hit the Lurk. So we had needed to hit the Lurk for us to be able to win. So not hitting the Lurk ends up being really annoying for us. Now the opponent just wins with another Fizz. What are the chances that they have the third Fizz? Missing the Lurk was huge. So they still haven't used the Yodos. Oh, actually, no, they did use the Tiny Spear already. They used the Tiny Spear on the first Fizz, right? Overwhelm is a problem. Because the opponent could easily get over. I mean, the Overwhelm with the Papercraft just means they win the game. We can block everything. So the opponent would need to get the Overwhelm. They could have the Might. The Might could be enough to finish us off. We needed to just hit Lurk once. That's the only problem with this deck, right? Not having enough Lurk cards means that we almost always miss the Lurk, which could be really problematic. And then he just goes wide and wins the game anyways. Yeah. That's game. Ah, man. No, if we had that Lurk, we win the game last turn. Because we had the Radiant Negation to stop a Wallop or anything like that. So GG's. Here we'll be up against what I'm guessing is Yetis, right? Because he's playing Freljord, he's playing Naxos, and not playing any champions. So we're going up against the Yetis. We have a really good hand. Golden Ambassadors with the Rek'Sai is really good. The problem is the freezes. Kind of scared of a freeze if the opponent has a freeze. Do we ever go for a do we ever keep double Golden Ambassador? What if we keep double Golden Ambassador? Just in case that our first Rek'Sai gets stopped. Right? So if our first Rek'Sai gets stopped, I kind of like having the second Golden Ambassador as backup. We're going to play the Chronomancer on turn 3. So that we can take advantage of the Predict to potentially hit the Lurk. Sure. I don't think I care about the Sentry, right? I think it's better to guarantee that we hit the Lurk. So that we can potentially start buffing up our Rek'Sai. Because all we have is the Shapestone, right? Unfortunately, we keep drawing our other Lurk cards, which are a little bit annoying. Golden Pack is really good. Because Golden Pack guarantees that we hit another Lurk trigger, right? On a future turn. So we can go like this. So now Rek'Sai we know, and because of Golden Ambassador, the Rek'Sai is going to be almost ready to level up by our next turn. But again, my problem is that any freeze is kind of annoying, right? Opponent's going to get access to the Abominable Snowman right here, I'm guessing. Yeah, there you go. There's one. Do you have more than one? Okay, he only has one, so that's okay with us. We'll go ahead and do it like this. Soften this one up so that it's not a good blocker into the Rek'Sai. And the Rex is going to be guaranteed to level up here. Because we can guarantee the Lurk and we have the Shapestone. So the Shapestone will get her to 8. Her own trigger will get her to 9. And the Lurk will get her to 10. So now we go for the Rek'Sai level up here. If the opponent has the freeze, he needs to do it right now. Right? So the freeze could be a punish. Which is what I was scared about, right? The freeze could be really annoying to deal with. But they will have to do the freeze before we do anything else. Otherwise, Rek'Sai just levels up. Could be like Ice Bell Archer as well. That could be a punish. But I think I'm okay. I'm still in a good spot, right? Oh, that didn't. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Do we ever commit the hatchling? Do we ever commit the hatchling, knowing that the opponent didn't commit the freeze already? This is a risk. Okay, well, alright. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. So we can go here. Send this back. We had the Shapestone. I would have liked that Hammer Slam instead, to be honest. We can attack with everything, to be honest. Do the Shapestone here. Because opponent doesn't have any good blocks here. Our Rek'Sai levels up already. Our whole hand is filled. 3 sits. We have like a ton of cards. Opponent doesn't really have any good blockers. And Rek'Sai is going to become a really big issue now. From now onwards, right? So we can even play this Shark Link now. Opponents has to block. The Abominable Guardian doesn't matter to us. If he's keeping 2 of them, it's because they probably have another one in their hand. If they're blocking like this, then that tells me they don't have another Guardian in their hand. So just like that, we just remove all his units, right? Just like that, we remove all his units and have an 11-9 Rek'Sai on the field. And summon the Sharkling on top of it. Can do the Feral Prescience to predict and then do the Snapjaw. So that we can beat anything else. Or we can even just do the Searchlight Caller first, actually. So that way our Lurkers become 5 attack units, which can beat all their Yetis, right? So we can do the Searchlight Caller here. Oh yeah, that's game. That's 100% game here. Because we can Searchlight Caller here, giving us a blocker against the Yeti. We get another Calder Pack. We can Snapjaw. I guess Snapjaw gets blocked by the Yeti. So maybe we don't Snapjaw. Maybe we actually do the Hammer thing. Sure. That means I can just kill this with the Overwhelm on the Rek'Sai, right? You would need to have another Bob in the wall. I'm obviously not gonna block that. I mean, I guess you get a free 1 damage here. But now you're gonna get hit. This is close to lethal, isn't it? Actually, it is lethal. Opponent's gonna have to have a freeze because I'm wider than them. So we just call the pack right here. We open. This is gonna be 10. Opponent needs to deal with another one of our units. They still lose the whole board. And our Rek'Sai still stays alive, and then we just do the Snapjaw. Oh, Death Hand. Wow, okay, I didn't expect that. I'll admit that. But then the Snapjaw is now big enough to actually beat any of the Yetis as well that have 5 health. Okay, that's a little bit more annoying, though. I guess we'll go ahead and do the Doombreaker then, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Doombreaker then. I don't want him to draw right now. The Doombreaker is nice. We can go ahead and do the Under Titan. I don't think we're in a position where we ever die anyways. Yeah. Because all our units can trade with their Yetis. So he's not able to actually do anything about it. And then next we just attack with the Overwhelm again and just win the game that way. So GG's. Here we'll be going up against Bard Illaoi, which the problem against this deck is that they have a lot of good blockers, right? So they have a lot of good blockers, which can be really bad for us. I like the Feral Prescience. I feel like I need to get that Rek'Sai though. But honestly, I think Ruthless Predator is probably the one that we need to keep. We always want to keep one of our buffs, right? So that we can turbo level the Rek'Sai. Okay, we ended up getting the Rek'Sai anyway, so it ends up being a big deal. Okay, I think this is gonna be a game where we level up Rek'Sai pretty easily, especially with Ruthless Predator kind of giving us a lot of value. Feral Prescience here can guarantee that we get something like this, right? We can even send Calder Pack on the Rek'Sai, see if we get any units. Yeah, so actually because we have Calder Pack, we guaranteed a pretty nice open attack. Yeah, so Rek'Sai is gonna level up on our turn 5 attack. On our turn 5 attack, we'll have the level up Rek'Sai, which is really good for us, right? Opponent will be able to get the Fearsome blocker here, which kind of sucks a little bit. They should just attack. Never blocking. So I still think attacking is correct, right? And the reason that I think attacking is going to be correct here is just because unless we get like, okay, well, yeah, I think we just go like this. Because I'd rather the Tentacle start losing the value, right? So by attacking like this, opponent has to block with the Tentacle, and now the Tentacle is going to be a little bit smaller than it would have been otherwise. We still have the Rek'Sai that we're going to get on our next turn. We can go ahead and do the Shark Lane here, meaning that we're able to block his next Tentacles. And the Rek'Sai is going to level up no matter what on the future turn. We can do the Cersei Collar, and we have good blockers for everything that the opponent summons. Opponent has a really big unit that got hit, that has gotten hit by all the Shines that they haven't summoned yet, which is kind of scary. So here, the double Ruthless Predator guarantees that we level up the Rek'Sai no matter what. I think at this point we can start going for our other. Actually, I like the Golden Ambassador. It means that it's gonna be another Rek'Sai that we draw, right? I don't mind taking the 3 damage here. Like, this damage doesn't matter to me. Sure. As long as I have blockers for everything that the opponent wants to do, I'm completely okay with everything that they try to do here. The problem here is Tentacle Smash, right? Which is why I really like the fact that we went for the Golden Ambassador. Because he can actually kill that Rek'Sai here with Tentacle Smash. So he can actually kill our Rek'Sai here with Tentacle Smash, which is a really big problem. Okay, so the one that got hit by all the Shines was the Fortune Croaker. So Tentacle Smash is enough to kill the Rek'Sai. If the opponent knows what our deck does... Oh, wow. Okay, well... So, who do we target here? We can actually kill... Because we're going to always summon the double Ruthless Predators, we're always going to obviously kill this one. I guess we just push the damage, right? There's no reason not to just push the damage. So we can go here. And we can go here. And just do all the damage in the world. Get him down to 7. We have a leveled up Rek'Sai. He loses his elusive. We have another one at 1 cost blocker, which is why Rek'Sai level up is so good. Because even though you don't play that many lurks in this deck, you're able to always level up Rek'Sai for the most part. And you're able to get all these generated cards again, right? So opponent's already at 7 HP, and we have all these other blockers for the future turns, right? We have all these other Overwhelm units, and for our next attack. Now, he will be able to kill the Rek'Sai, but guess what? We can always draw another Rek'Sai because we have the Golden Ambassador. Except that I don't even know if a second Rek'Sai even matters at this point. I think at this point we can just go for the Doomkeeper and just kind of have the same result. But the second Rek'Sai is going to be buffed up as well, so maybe it's actually correct. Is he going to try to Tentacle Smash right here? He will actually keep the Tentacle alive. Okay. We still can kill the Tentacle, so opponent cannot do anything. Do we actually start blocking at this point? I guess we should, right? At this point, why does it matter? Because he's always going to be able to block our Sharkling anyways. I think we always go Doomkeeper here first. And then do Ambassador into Rek'Sai next turn. The idea here is that we're wider than our opponent right now, right? Opponent got Tentacle Smash, but again, if they do the Tentacle Smash, then their unit's getting less and less able to block our Overwhelm units. Honestly, the scariest part here is actually really that Tentacle Smash. Because the Tentacle Smash means that the opponent will be able to kill our Rek'Sai. But if they Tentacle Smash, they lose their Tentacle, right? Because Rek'Sai is a 10 attack. Unless they do it like this. But if they do it like this, they lose their one good... They lose their one good Overwhelm blocker. And we still wide enough. So it has to be Tentacle Smash here. And go ahead. You can do it. Yeah. Your Overwhelm blocker still... Like, you cannot block with anything now, right? So now we can still attack with all our units. We can go like this. Call the Pack, I think, is really good because Call the Pack lets us summon more units, right? This cannot be blocked. He only has 3 blockers, right? And he has to block with Bard with the Overwhelm, right? So he has to always block the Overwhelm with the Bard, because otherwise they lose the game, right? If they block like this, they lose the game because of the Overwhelm. Like I said, opponent, you have to block the Overwhelm with the Bard. Meaning that you're going to have to block here and then here. Like if he blocks the Overwhelm with the Bar and then blocks Tentacle on the 7-3. Tentacle on the 7-3, higher gun here. He's able to block as much damage as possible. Yeah, there we go. Still goes down to 2 HP. And we still just potentially win the game in the next turn. Because I'm still at 15 HP. Opponent just lost the whole board. that level of Rek'Sai just puts so much pressure, like so much pressure, right? We have two options here. We can Snapjaw, right, which is really good at the moment because the opponent doesn't really have any good blockers for the Snapjaw because this is only 1 health. Sorry, 3 health, right? Still doesn't have any good blockers for the Snapjaw unless they draw like Illaoi right here, which would be kind of annoying. They always have to block the Snapjaw regardless. Okay, well, alright, that's a little bit annoying now, right? I think we go ahead and just do the Doomkeeper. That gives me 2 overwhelms for next turn for us to finish the game. At the open attack, we can summon the Chronomancer. Okay. If the opponent goes for this with the Fortune Croaker, then we can do the Snapjaw instead of the Chronomancer. Actually, does the Snapjaw make sense? Because he's always blocking the Snapjaw with this card, right? I think it's always the Chronomancer. Because the opponent is always blocking the Snapjaw with this unit, right? So opponent is always blocking the Snapjaw with this unit. And we, by going with the Chronomancer, we're able to go 3 wide. Because the opponent gets another Tentacle anyways at the start of next turn. Even if they sacrifice this Tentacle right here. So yeah, that's kind of the combo. You can see the pressure there that Rek'Sai just puts in. Even against a deck that has a lot of health unit, a lot of high health units. So yeah, GG's. We actually climbed like 100 LP with this deck. It's hilarious. So, hey, welcome back everybody. You kind of see what I'm talking about, right? You kind of see what I'm talking about. This deck can go, it's nuts. You can just high roll like crazy sometimes, and opponents have a really hard time kind of doing anything to stop this, which is so crazy to me, right? It's such a nice combo. It kind of reminds me of like, I guess like Papercraft, right? It said that obviously we don't have spell shield, so it's kind of annoying. Now it can be stopped really easily, right? If the opponent knows what's coming, they can freeze the Rek'Sai before you're able to attack with her. They can stun the Rek'Sai ahead of time. So, they can vengeance her, right? So she is vulnerable to a lot of things. If you're in a meta where you have a lot of removal like that, like especially vengeance, it can be really sad. But aside from that, it's pretty good. In terms of mulligan, you kind of saw, right? Rek'Sai is the key to this deck. So even though it's usually better to kind of have Rek'Sai in your deck so that you can trigger her lurk ability, this deck doesn't need that. This deck is trying to win through the combo with the spells. It just needs to have Rek'Sai in their hand. So in my mulligan, if I see a Rek'Sai or if I see a Golden Ambassador, I'm always keeping one or the other to make sure that we guarantee to get Rek'Sai. Now, if I do see the Golden Ambassador and the Rek'Sai at the same time, then I'll throw the Rek'Sai and I'll keep the Golden Ambassador because the Golden Ambassador is giving my Rek'Sai +2/+2, so it's a free way to advance a Rek'Sai and need a little bit less spells to actually get her combo off, right? But ideally, if you only see Rek'Sai and you don't see a Golden Ambassador, then you have to keep your Rek'Sai. Because you're able to, you saw in one of the games that we were able to just level up Rek'Sai just because of Obelisk of Powers plus Unleash Energy on turn 4. Like, that's how powerful Rek'Sai by herself can be. Because really you're leveling her up because of your combo spells, combo landmarks and combo spells that you have in your hand. Aside from that, so we want to keep Rek'Sai, I think, early on, and Golden Ambassador. And to be honest, a lot of times, if I'm attacking on turn 1 or I'm attacking on turn 2, those are the times that I keep the hashing on the Chronomancer. But otherwise, I literally don't mind hard mulliganing for everything. Trying to hard mulligan for Rek'Sai or the Ambassador because of how important these 2 cards are to the deck. Because you have enough combo pieces that you're always going to be drawing into something that you can combo to try to level up with Rek'Sai. Obviously, you don't want to keep any of your big lurk cards. And even the Cersei color can be a little bit iffy sometimes. So again, I think honestly, I would just hard mulligan for Rek'Sai or Golden Ambassador. Sometimes I even get greedy and keep the Unleash Energy because usually that's the best way to level up Rek'Sai. But aside from that, just find your champion. Just find your champion as the way to do your champion, and that's how you do it. But enough rambling for me today. Hope you enjoyed the deck today. Again, just trying something fun, revisiting a concept from the past. As always, if you like the content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.